Hey guys, King of Charmanders here, and today I bring to you the new Black Diablos bow meta builds for Season 3. This video analyzes the current most powerful raw weapon in the game, the Black Diablos bow / Sarah Coil Bender. And Season 3 released a brand new armor piece that changed the bow meta forever. And this piece is from the Curse of the Wandering Flames, the iconic boss monster, Rajang. First, we're going to start off with how the Rajang Coil changes the Black Diablos bow meta. So the Rajang Coil allows you to get focus level 5 with only 2 armor pieces. As you see on the top right here, I have Rajang Coil at grade 8, which gives you focus level 3, and Azarathlos helmet, it's grade 8 right here, but you just need it at grade 6 for focus level 2, giving you focus 5. This allows you to slot more armor pieces to increase raw damage and increase affinity to lower / negate the Black Diablos bow's negative affinity. And you can also slot in attack power boosting skills like Burst. Prior to Season 3, you would need 3 pieces of armor, giving you little room for options. Yes, it's only 1 extra armor piece, but it does make a big difference on how flexible your builds can be, and just more power is always nice. And now let's go straight into the build, starting on the Season 3 Best Black Diablos bow build number 1. Burst 3 and Weakness Exploit 2. So this build is the second highest average DPS at 4216. So 4216 is the highest theoretical average damage per second. However, the thing is, this build doesn't have any time conditional requirements like latent power and rising tide. Burst level 3 gives a 15% attack boost as long as you can keep it active, which is easy with the pierce bow shot type. And Weakness Exploit level 2 provides plus 25% affinity, lowering the Black Diablos bow's negative affinity to only 5%. For most of you, that might look like it doesn't matter. For those of you that are experienced, you know that lowering it by that much means a whole lot when it comes to increasing your DPS and making sure that negative affinity doesn't come up too much. And there are 2 ways to make this build, with the first option being cheaper, and the second build requiring 3 grade 8 pieces. I'm giving 2 options here. Ideally, most of you are going to have the option 1, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have all the data mapped out. For the first build, the cheaper build for the best build number 1, you need the Black Diablos bow at grade 8, grade 10 or as high as you can get it, the Azarathlos helmet at grade 6, the Rathalos mail at grade 6, the Rothian Vambraces at grade 6, the Rajang Coil at grade 8, and the Zinogre Greaves at grade 6. For option number 2, which is the more expensive one, for best build number 1, you need the Black Diablos bow, of course, at grade 8, grade 10, or as high as you can get it, the Coral Puke helmet at grade 8, the Nightshade Palumu mail at grade 8, the Rothian Vambraces at grade 6, the Rajang Coil at grade 8, and the Zinogre Greaves at grade 6. Moving on, we have the second best build for the Black Diablos bow for Season 3. We have Burst level 2 and Latent Power level 2. This build is the first highest average DPS at 4218 or 4218 for the highest theoretical damage average for damage per second. However, this build requires Latent Power to activate to have that theoretical damage apply. And Burst level 2 gives a 10% attack boost as long as you can keep it active, which is easy with the pierce bow shot type. Latent Power level 2 gives 30% affinity increase after 48 seconds and a 20% special skill fill rate increase that lowers every 100 motion values. And this build only does 2 more points of damage, overall theoretical damage, versus the first build. You have 4218 versus 4216. Again, the big problem with this build, in order for you to get to 4218, you need to make sure Latent Power activates. If it doesn't, this build is weaker than the build number 1. And technically speaking, with the average it's only 2 points stronger. So yeah, it's the highest numbers wise, but overall, it's not going to be useful. But I'm showing this one because if you already have Latent Power built, no reason for you to switch if you've been using that one a lot, if you don't want to invest in everything else, because it's expensive. Monster Hunter is an AR game. For this build, you need the Black Diablos at grade 8, grade 10 or as high as you can get it, the Coral Puke helm at grade 8, the Devil Joe mail at grade 6, the Rothian Vambraces at grade 6, the Rajang Coil at grade 8, and the Gyrototus Greaves at grade 6. And speaking of not wanting to build things, we're going to take a look at the top 5 new meta versus the old meta for the Black Diablos bow. So, if you don't want to build the new one or the Rajang Coil, don't worry about it. We're going to look at the numbers. So how good is the new meta versus the old one? And just in case you want more variety, again, we're looking at top 5. The top 5 builds in Season 2 versus Season 3. First, we're going to start off with latent power level 2. And for Season 2, the damage is 4,061 versus Season 3, which is 4,218. If you put this together, there's 157 or 3.7% more damage. For burst/weakness exploit, Season 2 is 4,011 versus Season 3 at 4,216. This is 105 more points of damage or 2.5% more damage. And what this data shows is that the Season 3 best builds are pretty close to Season 2. So it's not a must-have if you don't have the time to go after the Grade 8 Rajang Coil as of right now. If you don't have the time to do it, so you don't want to, well, that's fine. The thing is, it can take you a minute because for me, I didn't get really lucky. It took me 97 Rajangs and like 6 hours of driving grind, taking out, specifically targeting 40 plus 8-star Rajangs until it finally dropped that second rarity 6 I needed for the Rajang Coil. Speaking of things you don't need, because someone mentioned it, and you know what, we might as well take a look at it. We have the Season 3 best builds versus Bubbly Dance/Resuscitate level 3. So here we compared the top Black Diablos bow builds versus Bubbly Dance/Resuscitate level 3, and it's not even close. Because with the Rajang Coil's release, it is now possible to have Focus 5 and Bubbly Dance/Resuscitate level 3. And as you see right here, per the data, Bubbly Dance and Resuscitate level 3 lose to the best builds by more than 6%. In fact, if you populate it, it's going to be nowhere near the list because a whole 6% can matter a lot. In addition, you mess up your critical range and aim because of the Bubble Blight movement mechanic, and you must dodge to maintain the damage boost during the hunt. It won't activate if you charge sidestep, you have to dodge. So you're going to lose DPS trying to keep it active, and at the same time, it just isn't worth it. Gimmick builds are gimmick builds for a reason. Are they fun? Yes. However, if you're going to debate and tell me that's the best thing, well, you have to run the data first. It's fun, yeah, but is it good and is it worth wasting my time for? No, it's not. And here's the data right here to support that.
The next time you catch yourself wondering about the great marvels of the universe and who's responsible, you'll have an answer. Better yet, a name.
Ah, yes, it has a name, Seto Kaiba, and its name is the Black Diablos bow from Monster Hunter Now. Hopefully this helps you decide what meta build to go after for the Black Diablos bow in Season 3. The Black Diablos bow has reigned supreme as the most powerful raw weapon in the game for a very long time. Ever since the game released and 3 weeks later, I think is when the first Black Diablos event came out, I knew that this was going to be a meta weapon for a very long time. Did I expect it for over a year? No, I didn't. And I will be making a separate video for the best Season 3 Black Diablos bow drift smelt builds. Drift smelting is extremely time consuming and can take a lot of resources. I know because I've done hundreds of them, and my luck is actually a lot better than a whole lot of others. I have better drift smelting luck than rarity 6 luck, that's a fact. With that being said, please do me a huge favor, like, subscribe, and comment for the YouTube algorithm. Good luck on your grinds. Hopefully if you're going after the Black Diablos bow, it will totally be worth the hard work and effort, because it still is the most powerful raw weapon in the game, and for the foreseeable future. But in order to do that, you need to get lucky for your rarity 6 drop, so I wish you the best of luck in that. Again, good luck on your grinds, and I will see y'all on the next video.